Hello viewers, as I had promised to you, today I want to begin with the chapter of matter, part of the physical chemistry discipline. And without wasting any time, please share, subscribe, and hit the notification button for every new video that I upload so that you can receive the notification. Matter, of course, anything that occupies space and has weight, that's matter. You can think of stones, papers, chairs, whatever, provided it occupies space and has matter. Rather, occupies space and has weight. So that's matter. Of course, it is important to understand the kinetic theory of matter. It will help us understand these states of matter, which states that all matter is made up of tiny particles, which could be atoms or molecules, which are in constant random motion, and speed of their motion increases with increase in temperature. Definitely, provided you see the word kinetic, you know that the whole thing is related with the movements. Yeah, so we expect to see motion, constant motion, yeah, within the theory. And important to note that all matter is made up of tiny particles. This is very crucial. So basing on this theory, we have these three states of matter: solids, liquids, and gases. Of course, just like you see in the diagram, the solid particles are closely packed together to an extent that, of course, you cannot visibly see any space. Yeah, no space at all, so they are closely packed together. Of course, solids have a definite shape and volume, just like a stone. A stone has a shape. You can look at a box has a shape. Then upon heating of these solids, the solids undergo melting to form a liquid. And the major reason why a liquid is formed is that upon heating, particles of the solids absorb energy and vibrate. So during vibration, they exhibit much movements to an extent that these particles can no longer be held by the forces of attraction, but rather let free into a state of liquid. Liquid state examples, we can think of water, can think of milk, can think of all drinks that people take. Yeah, so liquids, particles within liquids are really far apart. Then they take up shape of a container, uh, such as when you put water in a basin. Of course, a round basin, then the water will take the round shape of the basin. Then liquids are incompressible. Let's take an example of when filling a jerrycan. Once the jerrycan is full, you cannot press the liquid inward so that you can add more. No. Actually, that's impossible. So that's why they are said to be incompressible. Then, upon heating, liquids undergo vaporization to form gases. Definitely, under the same explanation, the forces of attraction will no longer be able to hold the particles under strong heating. Therefore, particles are let free to exist as gases. So as we move further, you can see gases, really particles, are very free. They're extremely far apart from each other and as well take up the shape of a container. So let's go ahead and look at a few experiments that were performed to clarify the existence of matter. Utmost of them is the common Brownian motion, which was performed by Brownian. So in this experiment, he used a microscope, a microscope. Yeah, used the microscope. He used a glass box. This is a glass box. use the glass box, and of course this is a smoke. So he introduced smoke into this glass box and then illuminated this glass box with some light. You can see this is a burning candle. This is a burning candle. So using a burning candle, he illuminated. To illuminate is to provide light in simple terms. So he illuminated this glass box containing the smoke, and then had to observe via the cover slip, of course using the microscope, and observe the behavior of these molecules of the gas or particles of the gas. So during his observation, he realized that particles are in constant random motion, constant or simply continuous random motion, meaning that these particles, of course, they move continuously in any direction randomly. Okay, so there is no specific direction, so there was random movement of these particles. That was according to Brownian. So that one really clarifies that matter actually exists, and this explains some of the things of the kinetic theory. The fact that particles are in continuous random motion. Then we also have this other experiment of diffusion, where a gas jar containing hydrogen, which is a careless gas, then we have bromine, which is a let's say red brown gas. So these two different gases joined together, as illustrated in the diagram, separated by a gas plate. Of course, this gas plate is permeable by these gases. So what is observed after some time is that the brown gas mixes up. So because of these movements, you realize that after some time, the reddish brown gas has already moved even in the upper part of this gas jar.